Hello, friends, and welcome to Stories Unveiled. Today, we will talk about the history of Halloween, unveiling the traditions. Halloween isn't just about costumes and candy. It has a long and fascinating history. Join us as we explore the hidden stories and secrets behind this beloved holiday. Halloween's ancient roots. Our Halloween journey begins with a trip back in time. Halloween has been celebrated for many, many years. It started with ancient people, like the Celts who lived in Ireland more than 2,000 years ago. They had a festival called Samhain, which marked the end of the warm season and the start of the cold one. The spooky start of Halloween. The Celts thought that during Samhain, the line between our world and the spirit world got blurry. To keep away evil spirits, they lit big fires and dressed up in animal costumes. It was like one giant, ancient costume party with a side of ghost busting. The Celtic festival of Samhain. Samhain, often pronounced Samhain, was a big deal for the Celts. They believed that spirits could visit our world during this time. Some spirits were friendly, while others were a bit mischievous. Samhain, a time of change. During Samhain, the Celts saw it as a time of change from the old to the new. It's like their version of New Year's Eve when we say goodbye to the old and welcome the new. Roman influences. As time passed, the Romans added their touch to Halloween. The Roman festival of Pomona, which was all about fruit, happened around the same time as Samhain. Over the years, elements of Pomona mixed with Samhain, giving us traditions like bobbing for apples. Bobbing for apples. Ever wondered why we bob for apples on Halloween? Well, that's thanks to the ancient Romans. They connected apples to Pomona, the goddess of fruit. This tradition continued through history, giving us a fun, albeit slightly wet, game. Christian adaptations. The Christian Church later joined in by adding All Saints' Day on November 1st to honor saints and martyrs. The night before became known as All Hallows' Eve, and, with time, it transformed into the Halloween we know today. Beware of wandering souls. On All Hallows' Eve, people believed that the souls of the departed roamed the earth. To guide these souls, people lit candles in hollowed-out turnips or pumpkins. This is where we get the spooky tradition of jack-o'-lanterns. The emergence of trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treating, a highlight of modern Halloween, has its roots in medieval customs. In souling, people would visit homes to get soul cakes in exchange for prayers for the dead. Over time, children went door to door in costumes, asking for treats. Trick-or-treating for soul cakes. In medieval Europe, souling was a common practice. Children and those who were less fortunate would visit homes, sing for soul cakes, and say prayers for the deceased. It's like the earliest version of trick-or-treating, filled with both sweets and spirituality. The Stingy Jack story. So, who was Stingy Jack, and why is he linked to jack-o'-lanterns? Well, let me tell you. Stingy Jack was quite the character, clever, but not exactly a model citizen. As the story goes, Jack invited the devil to have a drink with him. During their drink, Jack, living up to his name, didn't want to pay for his beverages. He convinced the devil to transform himself into a coin to cover the cost. Jack planned to use this coin to pay, but instead, he put it in his pocket next to a silver cross, trapping the devil. Now, Jack struck a deal with the devil. He agreed to release him on the condition that the devil wouldn't bother him for a whole year and that if he died, the devil wouldn't claim his soul. The devil reluctantly agreed and went back into his devilish ways. A year passed, and Jack decided to play another trick. He tricked the devil once more by convincing him to climb a tree to pick some fruit. While the devil was in the tree, Jack carved a cross on the trunk, trapping the devil once again. Jack made another deal. He agreed to release the devil if he promised never to bother him again for 10 years and that, once he died, the devil still wouldn't claim his soul. The devil, frustrated but bound by the agreement, agreed to Jack's terms. Unfortunately, Jack's cleverness didn't grant him eternal life. When his time came, he found himself facing the gates of heaven, but his lifelong tricks and misdeeds prevented him from entering. So, he headed down to the gates of hell. As you might expect, the devil also kept his end of the bargain and refused to let Jack into hell. He had nowhere to go but into the dark night. But before he left, the devil threw Jack a burning coal from the fires of hell, which Jack placed inside a carved-out turnip to light his way. That burning coal in the turnip became known as Jack of the Lantern, which later evolved into jack-o'-lantern. People in Ireland and Scotland began carving their own lanterns from turnips, potatoes, and eventually pumpkins when they came to America. They lit them up on All Hallows' Eve to ward off evil spirits, like Stingy Jack, who roamed the earth. So, every time you see a jack-o'-lantern glowing on Halloween, remember that it's not just a decoration. It's a piece of an age-old tale. Stingy Jack's clever tricks left an enduring mark on this holiday. It's a reminder that even the cleverest of deals can come back to haunt you, quite literally in Jack's case. Nowadays, Halloween is a mix of all these traditions and more. We have costumes, candy, haunted houses, and fun gatherings. It's a time for both kids and adults to enjoy sweet treats, wear creative costumes, and maybe give themselves a playful scare. A night of spooky fun. Halloween is like a fantastic and fun costume party. We get to dress up in our best outfits, enjoy yummy treats, and celebrate the mysteries of the night. It's a night when the ordinary becomes extraordinary. So, there you have it, the historical origins of Halloween, revealed and unveiled. It's a holiday with deep roots, interesting stories, and lots of intrigue. As you head out for your Halloween adventures, remember that every costume, candy, and spooky decoration is a piece of this rich and fascinating history. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click that thumbs up button and share these fascinating tales with your fellow Halloween fans. To find more historical insights and intriguing stories, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and have a truly spooktacular Halloween. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring the mysteries of the world. Goodbye.